Okay, Georgia with a lopsided win. This time 45-3. The only big thing to me is it's just taking them a second or two to get going. I asked Mews about that today. He had an outstanding game. Outstanding game. Asked Carson that as well. But I'm asking the question. I'm not sure it's a giant deal to me. I think in a perfect world, you just go out there and score right away. But you missed a field goal. They definitely, Georgia did give some points away, but Ball State did as well. So um, one thing I did want to say about today, Carson Beck went 23 of 30 for 283 yards. That's about 9.5 yards an attempt. So that's pretty good production from a passing game that honestly, you're relying on that a little bit today. I mean, Georgia had 100 yards rushing. A lot of the 386 yards that they had a lot of the 287 yards that they had passing, some of those were just extended run plays. But whatever. I mean, Kirby was kind of in a grumpy mood today, which is fine. That's his prerogative. But I thought Carson played pretty well. I just think that you can feel it in the stadium. Why? Essentially, the Georgia fan is saying, "Why aren't we crushing these guys?" You won 45-3. The point spread doesn't matter at the end of the day for the people on the field. But this is the first time Georgia's not gotten beat by a point spread when they're 40 points or more, 42 today. Probably should have covered that line, but that's how it goes. Roger Robinson looked pretty good today. 14-yarder was nice. I thought, Oscar Delp's leap over a Ball State defender was spectacular. I don't know if you saw that on our social media channels, but it was Mekhi Mews, just, 47-yard kickoff return, 3 punt returns for 111 yards and a touchdown. That's a lot of production from somebody that, certainly he's a walk-on player. I understand that. But that's just a lot of production, generally speaking. So, again, did Georgia do what it needed to do? They got 3 turnovers in the second quarter into the game. They went on a 45-0 run to end the game. I mean, the second quarter alone, they scored 31 points in about 14 minutes. That's hard to do. But they did. 69-yard punt return. Marcus Rosebridge-Saint, 7-yard reception from Carson. Dylan Bell with a 21-yard run. Woodring knocking the ball through from 35 yards. I thought was a good kind of get-right kick for him. And then Kendall Milton, dumping it into the end zone from 1 yard out. And all of a sudden, it's 31-0. I did not see the first 2 drives of the second half, which was when there was an interception from Carson Beck. Kirby said that it was not a big deal. I don't know, so I'll just say I'm not sure. Make sure you're checking out EcoPoly. Great offers on really high-quality outdoor furniture, EcoPoly, 15% off and free shipping right now. So take advantage of that while you can. You've seen a lot of stuff that we've been sitting in here lately. Adirondack chairs, high bar stool chairs, nice, just very nice 20-year guarantee or 20-year warranty products. Awesome. Our friends down in Eastman getting the job done, Dodge County. But I thought today was, you can't take away any part of the game. But outside of the, scoreless first half, and that was the only time the Ball State drove the ball, was the beginning of the game. I think they had a 5-play drive and moved it a little bit. Sorry about the ambient noise. I don't know how bad it is, to be honest with you. But I thought Georgia really looked good today. It's been a rough couple games for Clemson. I want to see South Carolina play tonight. By the time you watch this, you'll see them play Furman. It's not going great in the Palmetto State right now, generally speaking. I mean, I guess unless you're Charleston Southern. But South Carolina will come here completely fired up to play. My question is, how long can they keep that up for? Georgia doesn't need to win by 42 points to beat South Carolina. They could just beat them. And, how do you stop this team, this program, which does still seem to me to be finding its way offensively without certain players, Edwards, Ladd McConkey. I mean, I got insiders texting me It really would be nice to see Ladd McConkey out there today. How does that open it up? Brock Bowers, 1 reception. Yeah, a drop today. It's a great time for a drop, actually. If you're up 45-3, that's a perfect time to drop the ball. No problem there. But it was a good week of practice. Kirby said that this team was really motivated to play better, I think, and to practice better. Listen, I'm not a coach. I'm not going to ever act like I'm a coach. But the practices matter a lot. And the idea that they don't is incorrect, or the idea that they're not of real value. They're of total value. They matter a lot. If you feel good, if you practice well, you typically are going to play well. So it's not surprising that they won by 42 in a game where they really didn't play unbelievable at the start. I say that, but they drove the field. It was good. I mean, it was precise. It was, it was getting going. They don't seem to have a running game right now, right now. And will that change? I think with Edwards, who warmed up again today and did not play. Ladd McConkey did not warm up. I don't know when we're going to see Ladd McConkey. I don't know that it's a huge, issue, but I don't know when we're going to see Ladd McConkey. So that's concerning. I did not catch the injury. They're still a little bit more banged up than you'd like, but that's why you recruit, man. I mean, you got to go recruit and get guys. It's important. That's an important thing. So our friends at Ball State went 224, 65, 65 plays. That's 3.5 a play. Georgia went 386 on 61. They did 6.3 a play. So obviously the difference there is how you win games. It's not got to be a lot of yards. And if you're Ball State and you turn it over 3 times, one of them was freaky with the Chaz Chambliss thing. I'm not sure the other 2 were as freaky, but Georgia, I'll pull up the database in a little bit here, but when they are plus 2 or 3, 2 or more in turnover, I don't know if Kirby's teams have ever been plus 2 and lost a game in turnover. So I don't mind it. I think Beck, if you're going 23 of 30, 2 touchdowns and interception for 283, you're not getting stressed too much. I was not in love with the fumble. I do think the Ball State player made a good play on the ball. Carson's it's got to be better than that. Like, if that had cost him 3 points versus the other, then you're talking about Carson. Is he doing what he needs to do to protect the ball? That is step 1 of playing quarterback is, be efficient with the ball. He did not. This is going to get going. I say that, they scored 31 points in a quarter. That's not easy to do. And this clock does seem to get away from them in the first quarter for sure this past week, whereas it felt like, I don't know if it was the third quarter, but probably the second quarter sort of drug on. So we're going to see. South Carolina's got a different level of player. This will be the best quarterback they've seen so far. Not a great quarterback, but a good quarterback. So we're just going to see how this goes. I think that there are areas. Kirby said today, I want to, our team, we need to be elite at getting better. That's a great, aspirational way to be in life. And if they can do that this week, they will do pretty well against South Carolina. I do want to see, what Auburn looks like against a Cal team that's not horrible. Coming out here with the leaf blower, man. That takes me back to Atlanta Fulton County Stadium. That's not going to be great for the audio. So I'll just say that I fully expect Georgia to beat South Carolina, but they really need to continue to play well, continue to get better playing. I think the problem for everybody that's going to be dealing with Georgia, and Ohio State saw this, LSU saw this. They are going to explode on you. The question is, can you make the explosions not that bad? Can you survive the explosions? The first 2 teams have not been able to do that. I don't think South Carolina can. Auburn might be able to. We're just going to see. It's tough to play down there. They're going to be all on top of you. They're going to need a running game at Auburn. So we've got 3 weeks-ish from today, maybe 20 days. And I don't know what Auburn's really like. I really don't. I did not get a chance to watch a lot of them this past week, so I'll watch them completely against Cal. But if you're going to beat these guys, you're going to have to play well the entire game in all of your, in all of your assets of the aspects of the game. Excuse me. It can't just be your 130, traditional plays. It's going to have to be all of the fourth downs, all of the kickoffs. You're going to have to be really good. When this team is good because you see the third string defensive line get up there, and when Ball State's trying to get them to come on to draw them off sides, no one even flinches. No one even flinches. So that is taught, that is expected, that is taught, that is drilled into them. That's the third string. So you're going to have to see how to. Georgia's not going to make a lot of mistakes. You might get a pick six or something like that, but that's just football. But all this other stuff, they got it pinned up, man. And if you're going to beat these guys, you better be ready to play a lot of downs really well.